So it was in Malacan where I was kidnapped. He asked me to help him with his luggage. And then he told me to sit next to his luggage because he's going to get some things in the market, which is not far away from the River Niles. All these things was a trick, in my opinion. Now I realize then, but back then I never thought that what is going to happen. He didn't come in times, and then the steamer start moving and become terrified, crying, and then this is where he came immediately, calmed me down, and he promised me that I should not be crying. He will put me in the next steamer that coming back to the south, because the steamer is not going to stop until the last destination, Kosti. We arrived in Kosti 2 days later. Turned out that Abdullah have 3 other kids, which I didn't know. And now we are getting out from the steamer, 4 of us. In Kosti, he gave away two kids. When we arrived in his village, a village of Fishishoya, his parents and his relative, everybody was so exciting, so happy. Abdullah came from southern Sudan and he brought slaves. And we didn't know, and I personally, I didn't know the word slave itself. Leave out that I'm going to become a slave. So probable arrangement was being made between him and the parents. 2 days later, I asked the parent that I was given to, where is Abdullah? They came and told me that I should not ask them about Abdullah because I'm not going to see him. And they went on to explain that I was given to them by Abdullah as a gift. This is what happened. I'm now a human being born from a lovely family. I have a mother, a father, brothers and sisters, and now I become a gift. Of course, I could not believe what they told me, in which eventually I start crying, screaming. So for them to silence me, what would I have to do? They start beating me. This is the beginning of the nightmare. This is the beginning of the torture. To them, the torture and the beating is part of keeping me in a position that I should not look at myself as a human being. Something I never experienced when I was with my loved one. I was forced now to do most of the work that is not for a child to do physically. I'm the first to get up in the morning. I'm the last to go to bed. Even that I don't have a regular place as a human being. My place is the place where they kept the animals. That by itself, I have to make sure that that place is clean because this is where I will spend the night. Now I'm relying on the leftover when people have to eat for all those years, 3.5 years. And I run into 3 gentlemen that happen to have Shuluk tribal mark in their forehead like what I have today. At that time I didn't have those tribal marks. When I saw them, to me that it was the sun come out from nowhere. So he told me that every 2 days, come this location at this hours. At that time we don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell time, but he will tell by the sun. Be here and this sudden when the sun is in this location, and then I will be here to meet you. And this is how I kept, communicating with him, and he made his plan, and he was the one who took me out from the slavery, took me back to southern Sudan. I was so happy because now I was reunited with my loved one. The people that I thought I would never see them again. Now I am back. When I got out from the slavery, I promised myself that I will never ever talk about what happened to me, because slavery itself, it is a sad thing. Slavery itself is not something that you proud to call yourself you're a slave. It is, in other words, like a taboo. People like us, as the victim of slavery, we are the lucky victims to end up here in the United States of America, to become a free peoples, living among the free people in the free world, speaking to the free peoples. So you should not be ashamed to what happened to you. So take it not with guilt, take it with a pride and confront it, the evil doer, and tell that yes, no to wrong and yes to right. Use what happened to you to make a difference. I was holding what happened to me inside me, and it was killing me. And today, I'm so free when I talk about it, because I was able to tell the world that this was wrong and let's confront it together. And I'm glad that I took this position, and any person, any victims should not keep what happened to him or to her within herself. Release it. Probably you will find a fresh air.